What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today we're going to be talking about some more Call of Duty Advanced Warfare multiplayer information. Yes, that's right. So I've got two pretty big topics to talk about that will really affect the Advanced Warfare multiplayer next year that not a lot of people know about. Like, it's something that kind of went under the radar. I'm sure it slipped past a lot of you guys because it wasn't like a big official announcement. It wasn't a part of an interview or a trailer that they uploaded or anything like that. In fact, both of these pieces of information come from Michael Condrey's Twitter, where he was replying to fans answering their questions. So even if you were following him on Twitter, it wouldn't show up on your feed. You had to be stalking him hardcore to be able to see these things. And like I said, they're both pretty big deals. So first and foremost, the first one here comes from Ben Kenobi. On September 6th, he asked, "Will field orders return?" And Michael Condrey replied, "No field orders in Advanced Warfare multiplayer." So this is actually a pretty big deal. Granted, field orders haven't been around forever. You know, they were just introduced this year in Call of Duty Ghosts. They were a part of literally every multiplayer match you ever played. Like every single match. When you got that first blood, that blue briefcase dropped, and people were going after that thing, trying to get that, you know, free care package, trying to get that potential map reward if you're on one of the specific maps like Strike Zone or Warhawk or Sovereign or things like that. And although it wasn't like the biggest part of the game, it was a pretty hefty part of the game. Like you saw a lot of stuff around fielders in this game this year, and it's not going to be here next year. And I'm not really sure how I feel about that, because part of me kind of liked field orders. Like it was kind of fun to have that secondary objective and, you know, try to get that free care package or try to get that KEM on Strike Zone, or, you know, try to get that artillery barrage on, you know, Warhawk or things like that. But at the same time, I'm also kind of glad that they're gone, because I've noticed a lot of people when they're playing this game, myself included, when you pick up that blue briefcase, it kind of takes you mentally out of whatever game you're actually playing. Like say you're playing Domination, it takes you away from going after those flags, and it puts you more of in a mindset like, I've got to get 3 prone kills, or I've got to get a kill behind the back, or I've got to go teabag somebody after I kill them the next time, or things like that. And while that's fun and it adds kind of like a different dynamic to the game, it also takes away from it, because you're like mentally taking somebody out of the game. Like that's a teammate that's no longer helping your team. They're off doing their own thing in their own little metagame world. So it's, you know, it's a good and a bad thing. Like I liked them to an extent, but at the same time, I feel like they also kind of took away from some of the gameplay in this game. And you see teammates, you know, off in a corner, laying down prone, trying to get their prone shots in so they can get that KEM on Strike Zone, you know, things like that. So I don't know, you know, I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. You know, overall, do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Which way are you leaning? I think, you know, at the end of the day, I'm happier they're gone. They were fun. It was kind of like a unique little gimmicky thing, but I feel like it kind of took away from some of the gameplay sometimes. So I think it's going to be better off without it. That's my own personal opinion. I'd be interested to see what you guys have to say about the fact that there will be no field orders in Advanced Warfare. So that's the first piece of information, probably the biggest one. The second tweet I have here for you guys is Zachary tweeted back on August 21st. "I noticed certain exo abilities do not recharge over time. Why is that?" And Michael Condrey replied, "None of them recharge. They were all based off a battery that drains on use. The battery is per life." So this is something that I think a lot of people, including myself, were confused with. Nobody really knew the answer. Like when we all went to play at the reveal event and stuff, nobody really paid attention to how that worked. Like there was so much else going on. It was like a million things at once. But he just cleared it up right there. So when you use your exo abilities, which is like the cloaking or the floating or the shield thing, or, you know, the multitude of other options that you have, the stim pack, the extra health, whatever it is, when you use that in your life, that's it. You never get it again. It doesn't recharge over time. You can't do anything to recharge it. You won't get it again until the next life. And I think that is a very, very, very good way to handle these things. Like I really like the addition of exo abilities in this game. I think it's really going to add some unique kind of strategy and class setups and things like that that people are going to be able to kind of, you know, perfect and use to their own gameplay and kind of customize to themselves. But I think that if they were to be recharged, I feel like they become a bit too big of a part of the multiplayer. Like I feel like people would be able to cloak way too much. People would literally sit in a corner and cloak to another corner and recharge and then cloak to another corner and move around the map like that. Or people would constantly be, you know, using the stim pack to run faster, stuff like that. So yeah, confirmed now. Exo abilities, you use them once per life. Once it's done, that's all you get until you die and respawn again. I think that's a great way to handle it. It's really going to kind of cut down on the use of those things and not make them too prevalent in the Advanced Warfare multiplayer. But so yeah, there you guys have it. Let me know what you guys think about the fact that there are no field orders returning to Advanced Warfare this year. Were you guys happy about that? Are you sad about that? Leave a comment down below. I'd be interested to see what you guys have to hear. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bunch of great videos coming soon. Check out my YouTube videos. Seen yet? Peace out, guys.